U.S. Senator Mike Lee, U.S. Senator Cynthia Loomis, the CEO of Whole Foods, John Mackey, Steve Moore, John Funn, Grover Norquist, Tom Woods, and the infamous pandemic mock trial. Go to freedomfest.com. Use promo code WAR50 to get $50 off the registration fee. That's freedomfest.com with promo code WAR50. Fly there, drive there, bike there, RV there, be there. Freedom Fest in South Dakota. Get your tickets now at freedomfest.com.
It's time for Farm and Ranch Headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Randall Wiseman in again for Tyron Spearman. Well, the 22nd Annual Southern Peanut Growers Conference took place this past weekend in Panama City Beach, Florida. Clint Thompson was there and has this report.
The return of the Southern Peanut Growers Conference was a welcome sight for growers and industry leaders, says Ken Barton, Executive Director of the Florida Peanut Producers Association.
It was great to welcome all the peanut growers, the staff from the 4 grower associations, and our sponsors back to Florida. You know, having been canceled last year because of COVID, it was just a great opportunity to welcome everybody back to Florida. And I'll tell you, the conference went off without a hitch. It was great. Record attendance, great participation from our agribusiness sponsors. So we couldn't be happier with the outcome.
Members of the Southern Peanut Farmers Federation meet at the Southern Peanut Growers Conference every year. The group comprises farmers from Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi. The conference was a 3-day event on July 15th through 17th.
But attendees were excited to be here. They were anxious to get together with their farmer friends and their agribusiness community friends, and it went very, very well.
For more information, see southeastagnet.com. For Southeast AgNet, I'm Clint Thompson.
We are back and in person. You don't want to miss the biggest ag event of the year, the Citrus, Vegetable, and Specialty Crop Expo, August 18th and 19th at the Lee Civic Center, Fort Myers, Florida. Growers pre-register now at citrusexpo.net to be eligible to win a John Deere gun safe provided by Everglades Equipment Group. This event would not be possible without sponsors like Redox, Felda Grinding, Kemin Industries, Yara North America, Miller Chemical, The Tree Defender, and Certus. Get all the details at citrusexpo.net. That's citrusexpo.net.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have sunshine mixing with some clouds today with a thunderstorm around this afternoon and a high of 88 to 92. Then partly cloudy skies tonight, low 72 to 74. Saturday and Sunday both will have a mix of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm in spots in the afternoons. High on Saturday 86 to 90, high Sunday 88 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
With an unprecedented city election on September 21st and public safety being an important topic for the citizens of Ocala, the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 129 and the Professional Firefighters of Ocala Local 2135 will be hosting a City Council and Mayoral Candidates Forum at the Community Building at MLK First Responders Campus, located at 625 Northwest MLK Boulevard on July 29th from 6 to 9 p.m. It's open to the public, limited seating. These two unions hope to get each other's candidates' stance on public safety issues and how each candidate's policies will impact the citizens of Ocala.
This is Jack O'Brien, and I could tell you stories like this one about Stan and Carol Everhart. They met at the town square in Spanish Springs 8 years ago. They've been married for most of that 8 years. Carol and some friends had happened to sit near Stan, and the two of them just started talking. Carol had divorced her husband Roger 3 years earlier after he wore a path through their flower garden to Adele Kramer's house directly behind them. And then Stan had buried his wife Gloria about a year before he met Carol after Gloria's car ran off the road late one night on her way across Route 44. He never even got to say goodbye. Carol took his pain away like a shot of Novocaine. He told her while they danced at their wedding reception that when she let him out that night at the town square, he looked her up and down as she danced and realized he never wanted to kiss a woman so much in all his life. So they danced and talked and smiled at each other's stories and quickly discovered that they were just what they needed. This particular Saturday, it was raining pretty hard, so Stan and Carol had lunch at the kitchen table, and then they made their way to the living room, where they settled into matching his and hers leather all-electric lazy boy recliners to watch the Golf Channel. But a half-mile away, a drama was unfolding underground. Rainwater had undermined an old storm sewer, and then some underground electrical conduit was caught up by the shifting wet sand and bent until its couplings cracked, exposing the power cables and slicing one of them open. Carol said, "What did you do?" And she looked over at Stan's recliner. "What did I do? I didn't do anything. It just went off." "Well, you must have pushed the remote." "No, it's right here. Look, I'm pressing it, and nothing's happening." "Well, maybe the TV's finally burned out. I'll go check the breaker panel. Maybe it's something simple." But Stan didn't get up. "Honey, I can't get out. The recliner won't go down. I'm stuck." "Oh, my goodness," she says. "I can't get out either. Stan, I'm kind of worried. What should we do?" Well, Stan decides the prudent thing to do is to take a nap, and he suggests she do the same. But Carol was awake when Allison Newberry, a next-door neighbor, looked through the window to check on her. It was dark in the room, but Allison saw Stan taking a nap, and there, just a few feet away in her recliner, was Carol. Allison tapped on the glass and waved. Now, Carol should have probably made some frantic rescue-me motions, but instead she just waved back. So Allison walked away to check on her frozen food. Carol realized she missed her golden opportunity for rescue, so she decided when Stan woke up she wasn't going to tell him what happened. She kind of chuckled to herself, and then she turned her head again to look toward Stan. He must have really needed this nap. She was glad they'd met. It was a chance meeting, maybe fate, but it changed her life. He was a good guy, and that's all she had ever wanted in a husband. And here they were, together, trapped in their own electric recliners. And as she turned back toward the TV, she noticed a little red light in the corner. "Stan." "What?" "Let's get up now." There was a moment's hesitation, and Stan said, "Why? Is Allison back?" This is Jack O'Brien. Thanks for listening.
Like what you've just heard? I Could Tell You Stories with Jack O'Brien is brought to you by Brick City Digital. Hi, I'm Michael Warren, and at Brick City Digital Marketing, we believe every business has a great story to tell. Our job is to help your business tell your story in a way that brings more customers to your door. We help small businesses just like yours with web design, social media, SEO, video, and more. Visit us online at brickcity.com or call 352-351-1131 for a free consultation.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. 622-962. Call. I gotta always make sure I shut off the music and the advertisements and all for the folks listening on YouTube. Mainly one Clark Creamer, so I make sure I make Clark Creamer happy by turning off the commercial. I ran into him this weekend. He goes, turn off the dadgum commercials. So there you go. I turned them off for my good friend Clark Creamer. Sad note over the weekend. If you didn't know this man, you missed a fantastic human being. He was a man who owned a insurance company here for a very long time. Then his daughter Taryn became the insurance agent running it. But John R. McLeod, he avid golfer, insurance man here in our town. Played a lot of golf with John. I played a lot of golf when he would play with my buddies Luke and Marty and Paul and John Carillon and John McLeod. We'd all played golf together, and John had some issues recently with some heart issues and everything, but sadly he passed away this weekend. Just a pillar of a man, a great guy, and somebody who would always had a smile on his face. No matter what the situation, he always had a big smile on his face, whether he was in pain or not, whether he was having a bad game of golf or not. You'd never know it. He just constantly walked around in a good mood, and very few people like John McLeod in the world. Not former city councilman John McLeod, different John McLeod, but an avid golfer that golfed at Ocala Golf Club for a very long time. Then recently had been playing a lot at Silver Spring Shores, but still just a great human being, a great guy, and somebody who will be missed. I saw him about a week and a half ago. I said, "How's it going, old man?" He goes, "Who you calling old man? At least I can walk. My back ain't all out of shape." And I couldn't argue with him there. So he really was a great guy, and truly will be missed. And thoughts and prayers go out to his family and his grandkids, his kids, everybody involved with his family, to his good friends who will miss him in their regular golf game every day or every other day, depending on what he played. Just a guy that was just a nice guy and never had a bad word to say about anybody, and just jovial, good-natured, and taken far too soon, if you ask me. But really good guy. So just wanted to say, prayers go out to the family of John McLeod as he passed away this weekend. Also, I want to tell you about a fundraiser I went to over the weekend for Ben Fritz, who's 38 years young with stage 4 cancer. If you see the Pray for Ben or Ben Strong post signs all over the city, this is a young man who is just a great guy. He'd do anything for you. He's got lovely children. He just thought he had a slipped disc and went and found out it was more than that. So Ben Fritz, there's going to be a golf cancer. There's going to be a golf tournament for him. You can go find out more about that on golfgenius.com is where you can find out about the Ben Fritz Kicking Cancer Golf Fundraiser event. Over the weekend, I lost a very good friend, lost a friend in John McLeod, and then went to a very nice fundraiser. Bad reason. Great to see a lot of people I hadn't seen in a long time, but the reasons were less than stellar. But hey, Ben's a fighter, and he was at the event for just a few brief moments on Saturday. It was a very well-attended event. A lot of people attended. A lot of people. Ben touches a lot of people's lives. So we're with Ben in his fight, and I encourage you to, if you know Ben, or if you've lost somebody to colon cancer or something, and you understand what the plight of this young man at 38 years old is going through, I implore you to get involved and help Ben in his fight. We'll take a break. When we come back, more right here on Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala